Hey there everyone. After my last video, I had quite a few people asking me questions about what exactly is going on with greater water bolts. Um, Basically, I was saying that it was better than Deluge because it just does huge damage when linked with Master of Ice. But in this video, I'm going to try and show exactly why. And we're not actually going to see it in PvP, but what I do have is a clip of someone with, I think, max Deluge using it in PvP, and in fact, greater water bolts would be even better. So it gives an idea of how powerful it would be. So first up, I'm going to have a look at some notes which I wrote down. This is on the forum, and it's going through the maths of why it's better. So what you have here is Deluge doing 58% standard and water damage. And the extra water damage. That's from leveling it up. The Greater Water Mana Bolts automatically changes the standard damage to water. Now, looking at those two there, basically, to make the thing about standard damage and water damage is you can increase water damage by having various jewels and all that kind of stuff, and Master of Ice, whereas standard damage you can't actually increase in that way. There's no modifier for it. So to work out which is better, you have this extra 18% water damage, and that needs to be higher than the 58% standard damage. So basically that works out as if you have plus 222% water bonus, then it will be Greater Water Mana Bolts will be doing more damage than Deluge, like flat out. There's like it will always, unless you're facing enemies that are resistant to water, but we're talking about PvP. Now, the static damage, that's the extra damage which gets put on top, which if we look at the two runes here, this has plus 8,200, and then Deluge gives plus 5,412. So you can instantly see the Greater Water Bolts really is so much more on this, and in fact, what this essentially does, to work out which one's better, you look at your water bonus, and in total it takes, I think, I can't find it. So it's 85%. Once you've got 85% water damage, water bonus, sorry, then Greater Water Bolts is going to be better. And 85% is really easy to get with Master of Ice. So yeah, basically it's pretty much always going to be better for damage. And when you actually look at what happens as you increase your water damage even more, is that Greater Water Bolts is even better, better than Deluge, even without Master of Ice. I'm just going to show it here. I like to work on how many basic attacks in damage worth it is. So because that's really helpful if you're trying to work out actually how much damage it's going to do to someone in PvP. So here, this is taking 70% water and Master of Ice at maximum. So with that, you're doing about 9 basic attacks with the skill when you use it, and then when you have Master of Ice on, you're doing 20 or 17. So here, this is Water Bolts doing 3 more basic attacks than Deluge. Now you can see there, 20 basic attacks. That is actually huge when you compare it to any other skill. I mean, take what's it called? Take any skill. If you look at it, how many kind of basic attacks worth of damage you're doing, it's more in the region of sort of 10. Nothing really goes above 12, 15 maybe. And so this is doing quite a fair amount more. Plus, as you increase your water damage even more, this is 100%, 125%, 150%. You can see if you have 150% and then you use Master of Ice, you're doing 24.5 basic attacks with one skill instantly. That is going to be a one-shot. There is no doubt about it. It's insane for PvP. Obviously, getting to that will take a lot of time. I mean, you need to max Master of Ice. You need to get your water damage up to 150%. It's really high, but we're talking sort of long term because this is a big investment. Anyway, so I'm going to show the clip of what max Deluge is like in PvP. This is actually Golotha using it. We're not, sorry. The clip's not running. There we go. Okay, so it's this wizard there. I'm just going to scroll back over so we can see who we're playing against. It's this knight who's pretty powerful, wizard who's very powerful, and a weaker knight. So I can already see this is going to be a tough match. But what I didn't know at this point was he had Deluge at max. And so yeah, At this point, I'm skirting around. I'm trying to hit people off from the sides, and I get stunned by the Dark Heart. Anyway, Goloth's actually just died, so we don't get to see it at this point. And these two knights, they like race after me, so I have to run away. But I actually get to sneakily take a kill there. And then yeah, he very cleverly knows that I'm weaker, and bam, that was it. I was like, I'd been chipped away a little bit, and then it just took away all of my health there. Yeah, he knew he couldn't take down that knight, so he just decided to, because I think it was buffed up at the time, so he decided to just kill me. So at this point, I was like, all right, I need to be a little bit more careful about this guy. Like he can really take me down. So I thought, okay, I'll sneakily grab him. You can see there, he just used it to kill that knight. And I can't remember exactly how much health that guy had. Let's just take a look. All right, so yeah, I got him with a fire blast there, and then he only used it to finish the guy off. But yeah, that's the only problem with it. You have to use it on knight which isn't buffed up. Otherwise, it probably won't one shot. But yeah, here we have the guy coming down here. Now, I stupidly didn't think, and of course he's going to open with Deluge and just completely take me down. I had a little look over his jewels here, trying to see if he had any water jewels. There are none which I actually saw, but he could have some. But otherwise, that's probably just with Master of Ice. And now, I think for the rest of the match, what I do, I managed to get a kill on there. Thought that was brilliant. Little stun, fire blast took him down. But yeah, for the rest of the match, I think I just I tried to make him use fire blast on, Deluge on someone else. You know, I just run away here. I'm like, okay, no, he's going to use it on that knight first. So then it will be used up, so I can come in and kill them. And it did work. I came in and killed him. But yeah, that was kind of how powerful it is. That's with the Deluge, and I think I can't remember how much more powerful it is. Oh, actually, yeah, I just showed my stats at the end here. Let's just take a look. I have 93% fire damage, which is why my fire blast was doing a lot. And yeah, let's just take a look at 20,000. So you can see he's a little bit more powerful than me. And yeah, all right. Just quickly looking back at this. So that was probably with someone who has, let's say 10% water damage and Master of Ice maxed. So he was using a Deluge, probably about, let's see, 70, so 30% more water damage adds about 1 basic attack, roughly. So probably he's about, he was doing 15 basic attacks worth. Now, you can see here, 70% actually isn't too hard to get to. So this is a very realistic point you can get to. And he was doing 15 basic attacks there. So you could be doing 20 basic attacks with this skill. I can't really say anything more than that. Basically, it's an incredibly powerful single target skill. The only issue I have with it is, I have two issues with it. One is that it takes 340,000 experience to get up. And you also probably want to get Master of Ice up to maximum, which is like 200-something thousand. And as you can see, I'm not really anywhere near there, and I haven't even started on this. So it's a lot of experience to go. But also because the cooldown on the skill, if you compare it to any other ones like Shadowburn here, it's a very good skill, good damage, 7-second cooldown. This has actually got 10 seconds, which is a little bit long if you want to take down loads of people. And that's why right now, with my fire stat at, it's about 93%, spamming Fire Blast is brilliant for taking down loads of people at once. So yeah, that's everything you want to know about Greater Ward Bolts. I hope that helps out with any understanding there. The reason is because that the normal damage is changed to water, so basically it has more water damage than Deluge, so you can increase that by a greater amount than Deluge. And actually, if you see here with 100% water, the two are actually equal with the damage they do when not on Master of Ice. So yeah, that's everything you might want to know. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it was informative yet again. I'll probably be bringing out, I don't know what I'll be doing next, but I'll be bringing something out soon. So I'll see you in that. Thanks for watching.